This is unacceptable, Norrington. The notorious pirate Mudgie DaOtter has been wreaking havoc on our waters for far too long. We must put an end to his reign of terror. I understand your concerns, Governor. Mudgie is indeed a menace, but capturing him is no easy task. He's as slippery as an otter in a mud bath. We need a plan, a foolproof plan. Mudgie has outsmarted us at every turn. What do you propose? I have a few ideas. Mudgie may be cunning, but he has a weakness, his crew. They're loyal to a fault, but they're also easily distracted. We could use that to our advantage. Distracted, you say? How so? Mudgie's crew is known for their love of shiny objects and well-fed. If we could lure them away with a decoy, we might have a chance to capture Mudgie while he's vulnerable. Interesting. But what kind of decoy are you talking about? Leave that to me, Governor. I have just the thing in mind. We'll need a large net, some shiny trinkets, and a boatload of fish. Mudgie won't know what in it. Very well, Norrington. Make the preparations, and remember, Mudgie is not to be underestimated. He's as clever as he is elusive. Understood, Governor. Mudgie's days of piracy are numbered. Ahoy, me hearties! We've got a new target in sight. Merchant ship loaded with treasure, ripe for the taking. Are you sure about this, Captain? The Governor's been tightening security around these parts. I ask her, but that's what makes it fun. Besides, we've got the element of surprise on our side. They won't know what hit them.
Just like always, Mudgie. Never fail to keep things interesting.
That's the spirit, Miss Olivia. Now let's set sail and show them what we otters are made of. Ah, the sweet scent of the sea. Or is that just the fish market? Mudgie, we need to talk. Norrington is setting a trap for you. He's got the entire Royal Otter Navy on high alert. Ah, Oscar, my dear friend. A trap, you say? Sounds like a delightful challenge. Besides, what's life without a bit of danger?
Mudgie, this is serious. Norrington isn't playing around this time. He's got a new weapon, Otter Cannon 3000.
Otter Cannon 3000, you say? Sounds like a fancy name for a water gun. But fear not, my dear Olivia. We shall outwit him as we always do. Now let's get these spoils from that ship sold for the crew. Listen up, you lot. Mudgie DaOtter is a slippery one. But this time we've got him cornered. Prepare the Otter Cannon 3000 and set the trap at the cove. There is no room for failure. So what's the plan, Mudgie? Simple, my dear Oscar. We sail straight into the trap.
Are you out of your f***ing mind?
Possibly, but that's what makes it fun. Trust me, Miss Olivia, when they think they've got us, that's when we'll strike. Ready the Otter Cannon 3000! On my mark! Fire! Nice try, Norrington! But you'll have to do better than that to catch Mudgie DaOtter. Reef sails, hearties! Run a shot across the bow! Curse you, Mudgie! This isn't over! Come about full sails! Until next time, Norrington! And remember, always expect the unexpected. Well, that went swimmingly.
Captain Mudgie, I swear, I'll be the best pirate you've ever seen.
With moves like that, Oscar, you'd be the best pirate. At cleaning the deck.
One day I'll be the greatest swordsman in all of the Caribbean. Just you wait and see. Practicing again, Oscar? You know, you could use a real sword instead of that stick.
Olivia, shouldn't you be at the governor's mansion sipping tea and reading poetry?
Oh, please. I'd much rather be out here, having adventures and causing a bit of trouble. So, Captain Mudgie, where are we headed?
Patience, Miss Olivia. We're on a quest to find the legendary otter treasure. But first we need to deal with some minor inconveniences. Look!
You
doesn't give up, does he?
Not in the least.
Blast it! How does that rascal always manage to slip through our paws? Even keel! Prepare the cannons! Ahoy, me hearties! The sea will be our playground, and today we will play a game of cat and mouse with that scalawag Norrington.
Yeah!
Mudgie, Norrington's gaining on us. What's the plan? Fear not, Oscar. We have a secret weapon. The storm ahead.
Are you sure about this, Mudgie? That storm looks dangerous.
Dangerous? Ah! It's just a bit of water and wind. Besides, it's the perfect cover for our escape. Full speed ahead! Don't let them get away! Full speed! Curse that, Mudgie. It's always one step ahead. We're almost through. Just a little further. Hold steady, everyone. We're not out of the woods yet. Ah! We did it! Norrington won't be bothering us for a while.
That was incredible, Mudgie. You really are the best captain.
I that I am. Now let's find some treasure and celebrate our victory. Captain Mudgie, are you sure this map is legitimate? It looks like it was drawn by a sea cucumber. Mudgie, are you sure this is the right island?
Of course he's not sure. He's never sure. But we're here now, so let's find that treasure.
Legitimate? Of course not. But where's the fun in search? Onward to adventure! Yo ho, an otter's life for me. Wait. What's that? Ah, wait. Never mind. Onward! Captain, are we sure this is the right way? Of course! The map never lies. Except when it does. Blimey! Giant sea spider! Protect the rum! Those are crabs, Mudgie, not sea spiders.
And we don't have any rum, remember?
Right. Well, onward then. This must be it. The legendary treasure of the Caribbean.
Open it, Mudgie.
Congratulations! You found the treasure. Now please return the rocks to the thief. Signed, the real pirate.
We've been tricked. At least we had an adventure, right?
Aye. And that's what being an otter pirate is all about. Now let's get back to the ship. I think I saw a coconut we can turn into rum.
Well. Look who decided to join the party. Your ship is mine now, and I'll be taking Olivia with me. Unhand me, you scoundrel.
Gnarl, you fiend. This isn't over. Mudgie, what are we going to do? We're stuck here. First, we need to find some food. Then we need to find a way off the island. And finally, we need to get our ship back and rescue Miss Olivia. And how exactly are we going to do all that? With style, my dear Oscar, with style.
Finally, the otter pearl is mine. And soon the treasure will be too. Oh, please. Mudgie will come for me. And when he does, you'll be sorry. Mudgie? That bumbling fool? He couldn't find his way out of a paper bag.
Are you sure this is going to work? Trust me, Oscar, when have I ever let you down? Do you really want me to answer that? Now let's get this raft in the water and go save Miss Olivia.